Add any cushions or bolsters if you feel like you need them. Either cross the leg or sit onto the heels. And we'll just pop the hands in a comfortable position. And let's lift and lengthen up through the spine and just close down the eyes and take a few deep breaths in this stillness, giving your body a chance to sit still and get rid of any fidgety movements that you might have now. As you notice that natural inhale and exhale of the breath, see if you can relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the knees down towards the floor. And in every pose in yoga, you always want to check in with the body and just notice how it feels. So you can take this practice as slow or as dynamic as you like. From here, let's add in a little bit of movement. So we'll start off with the head and neck, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Gently circle the head round. And back the other way, nice big circles. And then bringing the head back to center. We're going to keep lengthening the spine as we bring the hands up in line with the shoulders. We're going to work through a little bit of rotation in the shoulders. So slowly rolling the shoulders down and then back. Okay, so this is internal and external rotation. Bringing the palms all the way around to face up and then all the way around. See how far you can go. Really nice. Relaxing your right arm down. We're going to lower the right ear towards your right shoulder. And then again, work through that internal, external rotation. So you're just allowing the upper neck to release. Keep moving through the arm. Nice. From here, keep the head where it is. And we're going to lower the hand down. Palm facing down. So we're in a nice static stretch now. With the right hand, gently press on the head, close down the eyes, and we'll hold for 3 breaths. From here, using your hands, support the head to bring it back to center. And then let's go on to the other side. So lowering the left ear down towards the shoulder. And again, working through a few rotations of the arm. And then palm facing down, let's gently lower the hand. And using your left hand, gently press onto the top of the head. Closing down the eyes. 3 breaths here. And using that left hand to support the head and bring it back to center. From here, interlock the hands, take a big breath in, exhale as we gently press the hands away. Get a nice stretch through the fingers. You can tuck the chin to open up the upper back. And on your next exhale, let's bring the arms all the way up so you get a nice stretch through the side of the body. We're going to work through some circles here to really warm up the shoulders. So circling round in one direction. Getting a bit of movement in. Keep and lengthen the spine. And then let's go back the other way. Really nice. Keeping the hands together as we place them behind the head and tuck the chin, feeling a gentle stretch through the upper neck. From here, slowly release. We're going to take a breath in, keep lengthening the spine as we bring the opposite hand onto your knee. So I'll go left hand, right knee, and gently look over your back shoulder. We're going to hold for 3 breaths here. Don't overdo it, just a gentle twist. And as you look behind, you should feel it in the upper traps, the muscles we just worked on. And slowly unwind. Inhale as we lengthen. Let's see how it feels on the other side. Gently twist and look over that back shoulder. And slowly unwind. Keeping with the shoulders, we're going to interlock the hands behind now. Take a big breath in, lift and lengthen. Gently forward fold. As you forward fold, just see how it feels to lift the hands. See if you can lift them up so you feel a gentle stretch. Keep the head relaxed. And exhale, slowly release. Really nice. Bringing the body all the way around now to all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to start with tucking the toes and bringing the weight forwards over the wrist so you get a nice little wrist stretch, and then exhale as you bring the hips back to get stretched through the feet. We're going to rock forwards and back, warming up the wrists, keeping the arms straight if you can. And just notice how far forwards you can go. That's working through your wrist mobility. Nice. When you bring it back, try and tuck all the toes under. From here, we're going to bring the hips all the way back now. Slowly walk the hands towards you and just see how it feels to come into a full toe squat. Make sure all the toes are tucked under. If it's too intense, just lift the hips. Take a big breath in as we bring the right arm underneath, left arm on top for eagle arms. You can either stay here or look for a bind. Close down the eyes. We're going to hold for 5 breaths. So working back into the upper back. Lift the elbows and just see how this feels. These binds are really good for circulation, any inflammation in the joints. Breathe into the belly and just feel some tension release as you exhale. Lift the hips if it's too much through the toes, but try and breathe through it as long as there's no pain. Noticing the sensations for 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, let's slowly unwind. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We're going to point the toes now. You can either just keep them on the floor or lift the knees. And that will just add a stretch through the front of the ankle. So lifting up the legs. It's quite a strong position as the weight goes into the arms. And from here, bring the knees slowly down. We're now going to work through the front part of the forearm as we bring the palm to face up. If this is too much because we got the body weight through, you can sit back onto the heels and use the other hand. Okay, but yeah, this one's loosening off the back of the forearm, so you can rock it back if you've got both hands there. And then bringing the body back to all fours. Take a big breath in, and on your next exhale, we're going to sit it back into your child pose. Notice where the hips land. Stretch out the arms, and you can rock it side to side. Taking a few deep breaths, feeling the body relax. From here, inhale as we reach through with your left arm. The palm's going to be facing up. You can keep the hips where they are. Just take a few breaths in this gentle twist. On your next exhale, slowly unwind. Inhale. Exhale as we bring it through to the other side, allowing the head to relax. And exhale, release. Bringing the body back up to all fours. We'll work through one more toe squat. Tucking the toes under. Take a big breath in. Exhale as we sit it back. Again, lift the hips if it's too intense. If you are here, tuck all the toes and we'll work through the other side with your eagle arm. So left arm's underneath, either stay here or look for that bind. Closing down the eyes, and again, just notice any sensations through the upper back and neck. Holding for another 3 breaths. And slowly unwind, really good. Untucking the toes, again, point the toes, you can lift the hips and find that nice stretch. Maybe go a little bit higher this time. And then finding all fours, really good. So we're going to walk the hands forwards now. We're going to tuck the tailbone under, so you're in a nice strong low plank, and bring the shoulders over the wrists. So you come into like a mini press up. From here, lower the body down. So we're going to slowly bend into the arms, bring the body all the way down. Keep the toes untucked as we bring the hands in line with the elbows. Take a big breath in as we lift and lengthen, coming into your first back bend. Think about keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and with the tailbone, you want to try and tuck the tailbone under, if that makes sense. The lower abdominals are engaged. If I just show you in cat-cow, instead of being like this in your where you are now, think about tucking under a little bit. So support the spine. So tucking under, and you engage the glutes. From here, inhale as you lift and lengthen. Exhale as we slowly bring it back down. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. The elbows are close. We're going to push up onto your knees, tuck the toes, and go straight into your downward facing dog. The hips are high. Shoulders stay away from the ears, and we can walk through your down dog. Taking a few steps, bending into one knee at a time. Loosen off the lower back, hips, and hamstrings. Really good. From here, let's walk the feet all the way up towards your hands. We're going to hold this forward fold. So bend into the knees as much as you need to. We're going to hold the elbows and just rock it side to side. Feeling the upper back release and relax. Tuck the chin. When you're feeling super relaxed, let's drop the arms and slowly roll up through your spine, one vertebra at a time, leaving your head last. Ground the feet. So think about spreading the toes. So the feet are active. We're going to bend into the knees and your hips. So find your chair pose. The knees track the toes. Big breath in as we reach up with the arms. So just waking up the legs now. Stretch the fingers so they're active and the head stays in line with the spine. Let's bend into the knees a little bit more. And on your next exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice neutral spine, head in line with the spine. And then ground your hands, let's find your high plank. Engage the tummy muscles, and we're going to hold it here for 10 seconds. So with this one as well, you want to tuck the tailbone under. So you squeeze your glutes as well as the core. Press up through your fingertips and keep the head in line with the spine. You can drop the knees if you need to, or bend into the arms and bring the body down onto the mat. From here, untuck the toes. You can repeat your Sphinx or find your Cobra. Ground the hands if you're trying Cobra, bend into the elbows, and you can lengthen the arms if you like. That's a deeper back bend. Make sure the tailbone's tucked and the core's engaged. And you can also engage the thighs, so the hips are off. From here, lift into your downward facing dog. Keep the hips high, the arms are strong and the head's through the gap. Find your breath. Let's hold it here for another 3 breaths. Nice natural inhale and exhale, either through the nose or the mouth. On your next inhale, we're going to step the right foot in between your hands. High lunge. Use the right hand to help if you need to. Control the back knee down. Take a big breath in as we reach up with the arms. And exhale as we lower this right arm down into a low lunge. Relax the arm and just feel that left hip really lengthen and stretch as you reach up with that left hand. Nice. From here, realign the body, hips are straight, arms come down either side of that front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back leg into your high lunge. From here, we're going to engage the core now and really slowly lift the body up. So keeping the hands in line with the shoulders if you can. If you need to for balance, pop them on your hips. Make sure the tailbone's tucked under, head in line with the spine. We're going to hold for 5 breaths. So again, like your chair pose, we're really waking up the legs. Bend a little bit deeper if you can. And imagine you're pulling your feet towards each other through the floor so the inner thighs are active. Really good. Take a big breath in as you lift and lengthen. Exhale as we lower, hands to floor. Always try and stay on your fingertips. Control the back knee down. Untuck the back toes. Take a big breath in as you lift and lengthen. Allow the front knee to travel forwards. Exhale as we slowly bring it back. Low runner's lunge. So we're just going to rock it forwards and back. Feeling the hips relax and stretch. And yeah, because we're on a low lunge, you can allow the knee to go over the toes. So that will really stretch out your Achilles and your calf muscles. Keeping that heel down if you can. As you bring it back, bring the toes towards you and keep the knees soft if you need to. Lengthen it if you can, it just depends on your flexibility. There's a hamstring muscle that goes over the joint, so if you feel like you need to bend it, it's just a little bit of tightness in the hamstrings. Perfect. So from here, we're going to bring the hands either side of your front foot. Tuck the back toes, ground the hands as we shoot the front foot back to high plank. Squeeze and hold your core. From here, inhale as we lower the body, drop the knees if you need to, and inhale as we push up into your cobra or your sphinx. On your next exhale, lift the hips and find your downward facing dog. Hips are high, shoulders away from the ears. Hold in for another 3 breaths. With this one, your tailbone's lifting up, so you're in an anterior tilt. From here, step or jump feet to hands and find your forward fold. Giving the arms a little shake, relax the head. Nice and slowly roll up through your spine, leaving the head last. Inhale as we bend into the knees, find that chair. Nice and strong. Ground in the feet. And if you guys are sat at the desk during the day, these muscles are switched off, so it's really important to get them nice and strong. Maybe drop a little bit deeper. And on your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to floor. Step or jump into your high plank. Lower the knees if you need to. And bring it through into your cobra or sphinx. On your next exhale, let's lift the hips, downward facing dog. And hold it for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, let's step the left foot through, high lunge. Control the back knee down. Inhale as we reach up with the arms. And exhale as we lower your left arm down. Getting a nice stretch through this right hip. Again, tuck the tailbone and relax that left arm down. On your next exhale, let's realign the hips, square up the shoulders as we bring the hands either side of that front foot. Tuck the back toes, engage the back leg as we find your high lunge. Inhale as we control the arms up. Nice and slow. 5 breaths here, keeping this balance. The hips are square, shoulders away from the ears. Really good. Big breath in as you reach and lengthen. Exhale as we forward fold. From here, lower the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale as you lift and lengthen, low lunge. Exhale as we bring it back. Again, just rocking it forwards and back. And just notice how this side feels. Might be a little bit tighter or looser than the other. And then from here, let's find that high lunge. Engage the back leg, shoot the front foot back. We'll lower the knees and bring it straight into your child pose. Relax the head and rock it side to side. Take a few deep breaths. And in this position, you can add any extra stretches if you need to. On your next inhale, let's bring it up to all fours. So we're going to find a little bit of alignment now as I add in a three-legged dog. So we're going to work a bird dog. We're just going to reach and extend for 10 seconds. Opposite arm to leg. Press up through the bottom hand and try and keep the hips square. Keep it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight into the other side. Reach and extend, head stays in line with the spine. Press up through that bottom hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. So we're going to find down dog now, and I want you to feel that same position in this down dog. So tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Let's lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Feel that glute engage, like we did just now, keeping the hips square. From here, we're going to bring that right foot all the way through and between your hands, high lunge, nice and light on the fingertips. Let's reach up on your next inhale, keeping this balance. Really good. Exhale as we find warrior two, changing that left leg, hands stay in line with the shoulders, and allow the knee just to go over the ankle. Imagine you're pulling the feet towards each other still. Inhale as we lower the right arm down, reach up and over with the left. You can either stay here or lower that right hand down towards the ankle, or you can reach under that right thigh for a bind. Nice. If you've got a bind, keep the balance and just see if you can look over that left shoulder. Slowly untangle the arms and bring the body up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Keep the legs where they are as we lower the left arm down that left leg. Reach up and over with the right. And exhale, slowly release. Both feet to face forward, so we're in a wide position now. Inhale as you lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale as we slowly forward fold. Keeping a nice flat back, bend into the knees as much as you need to here. Relax the head, relax the shoulders. We're just going to walk the hands over to one foot, bend into one knee, lengthening out the other leg. Bring in as much weight as you need to in the hands. Just really loosening off the inner thighs here. Nice. And then bringing the hands back to center once you've evened out. Nice and light on the fingertips. Find that halfway lift. So a nice neutral spine. Then hands find the hips as you lead with the chest. Engage the glutes and bring the body up to standing. So we're going to find eagle arms. Right arms come back underneath like we did before. Bind. Reach for the hands. Lift the elbows. Big breath in as you lift and lengthen. Bend into the knees if you need to. We're going to try forward fold. With this bind, relax the head and just see how it feels to relax down at the bottom. Nice. It's an active stretch. Think about pulling the feet towards each other through the floor. And on your next exhale, engage the core muscles as we lift the arms all the way back up. Really good. Slowly untangle the arms. Hands come onto the hips as we toe heel the feet all the way in. Okay, so the feet are back in line with the hips. We're going to find the same position we did at the start. Take a big breath in, bend into the knees again if you need to, and slowly allow the hands to go over the head. So this should be a little bit easier than in that cross-legged position we did before. And then keeping the hands together as we lead with the head and slowly come on up. Really good. Bringing the body up to standing, spreading the toes, big breath in as we engage the front of the body. Exhale as we forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, hands to floor, step or jump. Your chaturanga, so lower down, either cobra or sphinx, and then making your way into downward facing dog. Take your time, you've got 3 breaths in down dog, hips high, make any extra stretches if you need to. Then we're going to go through the other side. So we've got 3-legged dog, left leg lifts up. Feel the glutes engage and keep the hips square. Exhale as we bring that leg all the way through, high lunge. Nice and light on the fingertips as we control the arms up. Really good. Exhale as we find warrior 2. Nice, knee tracking the toes, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale as we bend into that left elbow. Either stay here or find a deeper position. You can drop down to the ankle or reach underneath that left thigh for a bind. So I'm really working on the shoulders today. If you've got the bind, bring that right shoulder away from the ear and see if you can look over that right shoulder. Nice, stay where you are with the legs. And on your next exhale, slowly untangle and let's bring the body up to standing. Again, both feet to face forwards. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we slowly forward fold. Keep and lengthen the spine. So we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the left foot now. And just look over that left shoulder. You want to be looking towards your hips. And slowly unwind. Keep and lengthen the spine. Let's see how it feels on the right side. Looking over your right shoulder and towards the hips. And bring it back to center. We're going to go back to the left now. Either repeat that same one or see how it feels to reach up with your left arm. So same arm as leg. Reaching up and look over that left shoulder. And exhale, release. Really nice. Let's see how it feels on the right side. Big breath in and exhale as we reach up with your right arm. Find that twist. And exhale, release. Walking the hands back to center. Find your hips. Lead with the chest. Engage your glute muscles as we come back up to standing. One more forward fold. So we've got left arm underneath, right arm on top. Inhale as you lift and lengthen. That is right, yeah. And exhale as we forward fold. Bend into the knees here. Make sure that it's comfortable. It's just finding your own edge. Relax the head. And slowly bring it up. Really nice. Bringing the hands onto the hips. Give your shoulders a shake if you need to. Toe heel the feet all the way back in. And let's find one last forward fold. So your choice, you can make it a little bit deeper by stepping onto the hands and the toes are in the crease, or you can just hold onto the elbows. You can hug the back of the knees. You can interlock 2 fingers and thumb around your big toe and actually anchor yourself to come down. But yeah, choose a sort of bind that feels good, and let's hold it for 5 breaths. And slowly come on out, rolling up through your spine. Really nice. Okay, so we're going to come down on the floor and hold some longer stretches towards the end. So making your way down to all fours. Okay, spreading out the fingers. Let's just work slowly through the spine through a few cat-cows. Nice, just realigning the body now, giving the legs a bit of a rest after all those active poses. Reconnect with the breath. So you want to exhale at the top, inhale as you come down into the cow. Nice, and then we're going to walk the hands in front of the shoulders. So we create a nice big gap from the knee to hand. Let's reach up with your right arm and exhale as we bring it through. And to thread the needle, palm can face up, and we're going to hold it for 5 breaths. Making sure that you're comfortable. Either stay here where the left hand is supporting you, or reach up with your left arm to add an extra stretch in that left shoulder. And you can bend into that left arm and reach for your right thigh. Making sure that your head and neck is comfortable. Breathe into the belly and just feel this twist through the back of the body. Notice any tension. And then coming on out the way you came in, so untangle that left arm, push through the left palm as we come on out. Inhale as we go straight into the other side, reaching up with your left arm, and exhale as you bring that hand all the way through, hips stay high, and again, let's hold it for another 5 breaths, feeling the twist, either stay here or reach up with that right arm, and bend into the elbow and reach for your left thigh. And slowly unwind. So again, coming out the way you came in, pressing through that right palm to bring the body back to center. Working through a few more cat-cows. The upper back should feel nice and released now. Really good. Like we did on the start, walk the hands forwards, tuck the tailbone and really slowly bring the body down onto the mat. We're going to reach up with the right arm, hands in line with the shoulder, roll onto that right shoulder as we find the twist. Use the left hand for support if you need to. Relax the head, and this left leg can come over the right as long as it feels comfortable. And this one's really nice to stretch out the shoulders. It's really good for your posture. Relax the head and take 5 breaths here. And exhale, slowly release. Coming straight onto the other side, reaching out with that left arm, rolling onto the shoulder. And exhale as we slowly release, bringing it back to center. From here, we're going to interlock the hands behind the back of the body. So this is quite an active position. It's really good to help the shoulders sit back and down. So it's going to help engage and strengthen the upper back for your posture. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, we're lifting the chest, coming into a back bend like we've done before. Think about engaging the glutes, and lift the hands as high as feels comfortable, so you get a nice stretch through the front of the chest. Nice. Keep the head in line with the spine. Lift up as high as you can. For 2 more breaths. And exhale, slowly relax. We're going to come straight into the right side, bending into the elbow this time. So this one gets more into the pec muscles. Make sure the right elbow is in line with the right shoulder. Spread the fingers and let's roll onto that side. Again, use your left hand for support. And this one's a little bit deeper than the first one. There's more muscles involved. And slowly release, straight onto the other side, bending into that left elbow, relaxing the head and rotate onto the shoulder. If you can't feel it, you want to lift the elbow a little bit higher. You might have it too low. And on your next exhale, let's slowly release. So we're going to bring it back to that same back extension. This time we're going to lift the feet with you. So interlocking the hands, roll the shoulder blades back and down, tuck the chin, lift the chest, lift the hands, and now see if you can lift the legs. So you come into a nice back extension, working the whole of the back of the body. Lift as high as you can. And on your next exhale, slowly relax. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. As we push back up onto your knees, let's tuck the toes, lift the hips into your downward facing dog. So we can walk through your legs here again if you like. Add any extra stretches if you need to. And then we're going to step the right foot outside of the right hand. So it's a little bit wider than normal. So it's like a wide lunge. Lower the back knee. Inhale as you lift and lengthen the spine. Relax the back foot. And either stay here, because it's a static stretch, or you can drop down onto the elbows. And this one's going to get deep into the hips. Make sure that you're comfortable. And you can even allow that knee to roll out so you're on the outside of that front foot. So it's completely relaxed. But yeah, do what feels good. If you are on your elbows or even on your hands, allow the head and shoulders to relax. Okay, so if you notice any tension, release it with your next exhale. In your own time, bring the hands down if you're on your elbows. Lift and lengthen through the spine and really slowly bring that front foot back. Okay, that's a lot through the hips, so just take your time as you bring the hips back into your child pose. Again, you can rock it side to side. If you want an extra stretch through the side of the body, you can walk the hands over to the right, get a nice stretch through that left shoulder, the lat muscles, and all the way down towards the hips. And then making your way over to the other side, reaching across. And then bring the body back up to all fours, tucking the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Let's find your lizard lunge on the left side. So step that left foot outside of the left hand, lower the right knee and relax the back toes. Lift and lengthen through the spine. Allow that knee to relax out and either stay here or drop onto the forearms. Relax the head, relax the shoulders wherever you are. And in your own time, let's bring it back up onto the hands. And again, really slowly bring that front foot back and bring the hips back into your child pose. Rocking the hips side to side. Add any extra stretches if you need to. Allowing the head to relax. Okay, so we're going to walk the hands towards you, and this one's called camel pose. So this one's really good to open up the front of the body, again, working and helping with your posture. So the further back your hands are, the less back bend you're going to create. But make sure you tuck the tailbone under, so you're not arching through the lower back. You're not putting too much compression on. You want to tuck the tailbone under so you lengthen the lower back. That makes sense. Hands go back and you want to externally rotate. So try and have your hands to face back rather than forwards. And then you just slowly lift the hips. As long as it feels okay in your knees, okay, just go back to child pose if it is uncomfortable. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, walk the hands towards the feet, and then you'll notice that the back bends is a little bit deeper. Okay, and then you can also bring the hands onto the ankles. Then you get a nice deep back bend. But because we've really warmed up the shoulders, this should feel quite open. Nice. Making sure that you're comfortable. And because the belly's stretched, you should feel a nice breath in into the belly. And a nice big stretch through is your psoas muscles, the hip flexors. Okay, so let's hold for another 3 breaths. Come out if you need to or if it's too intense. And slowly lower. I can't talk when I'm in it, so. And slowly come on out. Okay, we'll bring the legs all the way around to the front. Give them a little shake. Bend into the knees or sit onto a cushion if you need to, because you really want to find length in the lower back as you reach up and then exhale as we forward fold. Imagine you're reaching over something to get towards the feet to really lengthen the spine. Relax the head, allow the shoulders to relax and just soften the elbows as much as you need to here. And in your own time, slowly come on up. Let's bend into the knees, bring the body all the way down. We'll keep the knees bent, relax the head and just feel the spine relax down onto the mat. Allow the shoulders, head and neck to relax here. You can close down the eyes if you like. Okay, so we've done a lot in the shoulders. Just allow them now to super relax. See if you can release off any tension around that area. Done a lot of active poses as well. So relax the core area now. You might notice the spine naturally lifts through the lumbar, the lower back area. Really good. So we did a lot of eagle arms, the sort of bind work. We can also try eagle legs. If you have any knee or tightness around the hips and it feels too much, just keep the knees together like this, bend, and then lower to the right. If you do want to try eagle legs, the left leg comes over the right, so you just cross the legs, either stay there or hook the left foot underneath the right calf, and then that's your full bind. Inhale as you bring the knees up towards the chest, and then we're going to lower to the right. Your left leg's on top, you lower to the right. If your knees don't touch the floor, pop a cushion underneath. With the arm, reach out with your left arm. Again, if your hand isn't on the floor, just pop a cushion underneath. To lengthen the neck muscles, you can look over that left shoulder. Breathe into the belly and just allow the whole body to completely relax now. There's no tension in these longer restorative stretches. If you even feel like there's a bit of tension to hold the bind, relax that bottom foot. Don't sort of force it there, just relax it and it might untangle a little bit. So we'll just breathe into this one a little bit longer, noticing any tension. Allowing all the muscles around the core, the lower back and the glutes to release. And then really slowly untangle your legs. So just taking your time, just being super relaxed. You can hug into the knees and rock it side to side, loosening off the lower back. Give your legs a little squeeze and just keep them relaxed in your hands. And then when you're ready, again, you can cross over if you like, eagle legs, right leg on top, and then slowly lower to the left, using a cushion if you need to. And let's reach out with your right arm. Breathing into this side, noticing any sensations. Allowing that right shoulder to completely relax. And in your own time, let's again slowly untangle the legs. Taking your time, bring the knees up towards your chest and you can rock it side to side if you like. Okay, let's finish in butterfly and then I'm going to take you through, it's called a little yoga nidra, so it's a little guided meditation. You can stay in this butterfly for longer if you prefer to be in a stretch. So bringing the soles of the feet together, the knees just relax out. And again, you just want to find that natural curve in the spine. There's no tension in the core, everything's soft and relaxed. You can put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest and just tune in with the breath. Notice any tension around the hip areas. If it is too intense, you can put cushions underneath the knees to prop the legs, or at any point just lengthen them out straight. So wherever you are, we're going to take 10 breaths here. So we really slow everything down, bring the heart rate right down. Getting deep into the hips. When we hold these stretches for longer, we get deeper past the muscles into the connective tissues. So just notice the layers unravel as you relax. And you're about halfway through this one. Make any changes if you need to. Maybe you've noticed the knees slowly relax and lower towards the floor. And then, like I said, you can either stay here for the Yoga Nidra or you can lengthen out into a neutral position. It's a body scan, so you do lie completely still, and the intention is to stay with each part of the body as I talk you through it, okay? That's your only goal, is just to stay with that part of the body. If you do want to miss it out, then feel free to move through maybe a few more stretches if you need to. So if you're led down, we're gonna just bring your intention and begin with your feet. So this means of just observing some sensations in your feet. Notice maybe some tension and just see if you can relax the whole of the foot, the ankles on your next exhale. Every sensation that you notice, you're always acknowledging them without judgment. For example, you might feel a little bit on one side than you do on the other. That's absolutely fine. And if you don't feel anything at all, that's also absolutely fine. You're just allowing yourself to feel the sensation of not feeling anything, if that may be. When you are ready, let go of your awareness of the feet and move your attention up to your ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs. Then observe the sensations you are experiencing in the whole legs. Observing how all sensations rise and fall, shift and change, moment to moment. Notice how no sensation is permanent. Just observe and allow the sensations to be in the moment, just as they are. Then let go of your awareness of the legs and move to the sensations in your lower back and hips. Softening and releasing as you breathe in and out. Noticing any tension and releasing that tension as you exhale. Slowly move your attention up to your mid-back and upper back. Becoming curious about the sensations here. Feel the temperature. Notice how your body connects to the surface under you. With each out breath, you may let go of any tension that you are carrying. And then very gently shift your focus up to your stomach and all the internal organs here. Perhaps you notice the feeling of your clothing, the process of digestion, or the belly rising or falling with each breath. As you continue to breathe, bring your awareness to the chest and heart region and see if you can notice your heartbeat. Observe how the chest rises during the inhale and how the chest falls during your exhale. On the next out breath, shift the focus to your hands and fingertips. See if you can feel the hands gently expanding with the inhale and relaxing with the exhale. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring it back to the sensations in your hand. And then on the next out breath, shift the focus and bring your awareness up into your arms. Observe the sensations or lack of sensations that might be occurring here. Maybe you notice some differences between left and right. As you exhale, you might experience the arm begin to soften and release some tension. Carry on breathing and shift your focus to the neck, shoulder, and throat region. Be with the sensations here. You might notice the shoulders moving with the breath. As you breathe, you might feel some tension rolling off of your shoulders. On the next out breath, shift your focus and your direct attention to the scalp, your head and your face. Observing all the sensations occurring here. Notice the movement of the air as you breathe in and out of the nostrils or the mouth. As you exhale, notice the softening of any tension you may be holding. And now let your attention to expand out to include the entire body as a whole. Bringing your awareness to the top of the head, to the bottom of your toes. Feeling the gentle rhythm of the breath as it moves through the body. As the body relaxes, the mind begins to calm. So we're just going to stay with this for one more minute, keeping your awareness with the breath. And then when you're ready, make some gentle movements through the fingers and your toes. Slowly waking the body back up, and you can Stay here as well if you prefer. And then really slowly rolling onto one side and just taking your time to bring the body up to a comfortable seat. Well done, guys. Yeah, you're done.